Very good morning, dear students. Now, yesterday we have started our next chapter, that is polynomial. And before beginning today's lecture, let's have a quick recap of what we have seen yesterday. So, we have seen yesterday the algebraic expressions in which the exponent is always a whole number is said to be a polynomial, and this is the example of it. Okay, now here you will notice that the variable is single variable, right? Only x is a variable in the expression, so we call it as a polynomial in variable x. We can also denote it by p of x, because the polynomial is in the variable x, so that's why we call it polynomial in single variable or in one variable. But if the expression is having more than one variable, then we call it polynomial. Suppose there are two, x and y, so we call it polynomial in two variables, x and y. Now, but in this chapter we are going to consider only polynomials in single variable, okay, one variable. So now we have seen what is a polynomial, we have defined what is polynomial, okay. So a polynomial is an algebraic expression whose power is always or whose exponent is always a whole number. Then we call it as a polynomial. And you have also solved worksheet, you have identified which of the given expression is polynomial and which one is not, okay. So you know now what is polynomial. Then we have seen terms. In any polynomial, how to identify how many terms are there. Now in this polynomial, how many terms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 terms are there. Okay. Now 4 terms are there, so it is a polynomial. If suppose only 3 terms are there, then it will be a polynomial with 3 terms is called as trinomial. Suppose only 2 terms are there, so this polynomial will be called as binomial because 2 terms are there. Clear? And if only one term is there, so it is called as monomial. So this we have seen yesterday. Then we have seen degree of a polynomial. So you can write this definition before starting the main exercise. So you just give a heading polynomial, chapter's name, then write examples of polynomial, then write examples of identifying the terms, then write degree. Definition of a degree. What is definition of degree? The highest exponent, the highest value of exponent in the given polynomial is nothing but degree of that polynomial. Okay, define it, write 1-2 examples, and then go for the exercise. Okay, then yes, degree we saw. Now let us begin our first exercise of this chapter. One more important point yesterday we saw. Zero polynomial and constant polynomial. 7 minus 72, 6, these are the constant polynomials, okay. And zero polynomial is this one. All these are monomials. Clear? Zero is called as zero polynomial. Zero can be written as 0 into x raised to 0. Its value is 0, that's why it is called as zero polynomial. And these can be written as 7 into x raised to 0 minus 72 into x raised to 0, 6 into x raised to 0. So these are monomials and its value is a constant 7. X raised to 0 is 1 only, no? So 1 into 7 is 7. So its value is going to be a constant. That's why it is called as constant polynomial. Here the value is going to be 0 only. That's why called as zero polynomial. And now let us begin with the exercise. So here is your first question of your first exercise of this chapter. Which of the following expressions are polynomials in one variable and which are not? State reason for your answer. So you have to read the question very carefully. They are asking only the polynomials in one variable. Which of the following expressions are polynomial in one variable? So we have to find only polynomials in one variable, okay. So these are the questions 1 to 5. Let us see. The first one is 4x square minus 3x plus 7. How you are going to do this? Check whether it is in one variable. Yes, there is only one variable, that is x. Now check whether it is a polynomial or not. So check the powers of each variable. So the first variable is having power 2, that is the exponent 2, and here the exponent is 1. Both 2 and 1 are whole numbers? Yes. So therefore it is a polynomial in one variable. So the answer will be yes, it is polynomial in one variable. Now check for the second one. Y square plus root 2. How many variables are there? Single variable? Yes, that is y. And now check the power of the variable. Now only one variable is there, y square, whose exponent is 2, and therefore it is a polynomial in one variable. Now you must be thinking, now there is root in the expression, but that root is not in the power. That root is a coefficient of y raised to 0. It is not exponent, it is coefficient, or you can say constant term, not exponent. So we are not going to bother about that. We are going to just check the exponent should be a whole number. Getting? So it is also a polynomial in one variable. Single variable is there, y. So yes, it is polynomial in one variable. Now check the third one. 3 root t plus t root 2. How many variables are there? Yes, one variable is there, that is t. Now check the powers, check the exponents. Now this root t, can I write it as 3 into t raised to 1 by 2? Root t means what? Raised to 1 by 2, no? And plus t into root 2. So only one variable is there. Now check the exponents. The first exponent is 1 by 2, which is not a whole number. The second one is 1, but the first one is not a whole number. So it is not a polynomial. Now give reason to it. It is not a polynomial since exponent is not a whole number. Since these three inverted therefore is called as since. So since exponent is not whole number. Since exponent is not a whole number. Clear? Now check for the fourth one. Y plus 2 upon y. Now that 2y is okay, but that 2 upon y is in the denominator. I want to take it in the numerator. So we know the power sign gets changed. So here y raised to 1 is there. After coming in the numerator, it will be y raised to minus 1. Again, now minus 1 is not a whole number. So you will write the same reason. It is not a polynomial since the exponent is not a whole number. Clear? It is a single variable, one variable, but the power is not whole number. Therefore, it is not a polynomial. Now check the fifth one. X raised to 10, y cube plus t raised to 50. How many variables are there? X, y and t. 3 variables are there, and all the 3 exponents, all the 3 powers are whole number, but it is a polynomial, no doubt. It is a polynomial, but this polynomial is in 3 variables x, y and t. And in the question it is asked to find polynomials in one variable. That's why I asked you to read the question very carefully. It is a polynomial, x raised to 10 plus y cube plus t raised to 50. It is a polynomial, but this polynomial is in 3 variable, and it is asked to find only polynomials in one variable. So you will write no, it is a polynomial. What will be the reason? It is a polynomial in since it is a polynomial in 3 variables. Okay, So in this way you will solve your first question. You are going to do it in your classwork. Okay. Now let us see the second question. Now the second question is, write the coefficients of x square in each of the following. Okay, these are the polynomials given and it is asked to write coefficients of x square. Okay, now let us see the first question. 2 plus x square plus x. So check where is your x square. This is your x square. Now check what is its coefficient. Plus 1. So the answer is simply 1 you can write. Coefficient of x square is 1. X square. We need to check only for x square. Coefficient of x square is what? 1. Now check the second one. Here is your x square. It is minus x square. So its coefficient must be minus 1. Coefficient is minus 1. It is actually minus 1 into x square. So the coefficient is minus 1. Now next question. Again check where is your x square. X square is multiplied with which coefficient? Pi by 2. So the pi by 2 is coefficient of x square. Now check the last question. Root 2x minus 1. Now you will say, ma'am, there is no x square in the expression. Now how to find its coefficient? Very easy. We have seen, see here, if I write here plus 0 into x raised to 2, that is x square. 0 into x square. So 0 multiplied by anything is 0, right? So that even if I don't write that, doesn't matter. So that's why it is not written in the expression. Okay. So what is coefficient of x square here? 0. That's why it is not there in the equation. So the coefficient of x square in that equation is 0. Clear? 0 into x square will be equal to 0. And if you add 0 to any equation, will it make any change? It will not make any change. That's why it is not written. Okay, so don't get panic if you don't see any x square in the expression. So you have to use this logic here. Okay, so what is coefficient of x square here? 0. So this was the second question. Now let us see the third one. Now the third question is, give one example of each of a binomial of degree 35 and a monomial of degree 100. Now it depends on you. You can give any example of your choice. So let us see some example. Now here only one is asked. Let us write few more. So let us first do it for binomial of degree 35. Binomial of degree 35. So we can write few examples like binomial. How many terms should be there? 2. And degree we want 35. So it can be x raised to 35 plus x. Or you can write 3 into x raised to 35 plus 7. Or you can write y raised to 35 minus 1. So you can write any binomial of your choice with degree 35. You can write it in x, you can write it in y, or you can write it in z or even t. Any variable you can take, but the degree should be 35 and it should be binomial. That means only 2 terms. So you can write, add more few examples of your choice. So this was the first part. Now the second part is a monomial of degree 100. So examples of monomial of degree 100. So let us write few examples. Monomial means what? How many terms? Single term. So I can write x raised to 100. Second, minus 3y raised to 100. Degree is 100, highest power. Then third, I can write root 2 t raised to 100. Root 2 is a coefficient, not exponent. So root is accepted for a constant. Okay, we are only checking the exponent. It should be a whole number. So you can add few more examples of monomial of degree 100 by your own. Okay, now let us see the next question. So the question is, write the degree of each of the following polynomials. So these are the 4 questions and we need to find its degree. Okay, so we know what is degree. Degree is the highest power of the given polynomial is called its degree. So check for the highest power for your first question. 5x cube plus 4x square plus 7x. So what is highest power in that? 3 is the highest power. So what will be the degree? 3. Now check for the second one. What is highest power there? 2. So 2. Degree of the given polynomial is 2. Next one. 5t minus root 7. Highest power is what? Nothing means what? 1. So the degree is 1. Now here constant it is. I can write it into x raised to 0. Anything raised to 0 is 1, no? 1 into 3 is 3. So the degree of that polynomial, highest power, highest exponent is 0. That's why degree is 0. Clear? So when nothing is there, degree is 0 because we know it is a constant polynomial and it is into x raised to 0. Highest power is 0. So write its degree as 0. Now the next question is depending upon a part which I left to teach you. So let us see that tomorrow. So first we will revise that part. We will see that part and then we will solve that question number 5, which is last question of this exercise. So till then, have a wonderful day ahead. Be at home, be safe and do the homework regularly. Even solve the exercise classwork regularly so that afterwards you will not have burden of writing everything together. Okay, again let me tell you that you have to make 200 pages registers, one for classwork, one for homework. In classwork you are going to write all things that we are doing in the classwork videos, or you can say all the exercises you have to solve in that. And in the 200 pages homework notebook you have to write the worksheets which I am giving you. You have to solve worksheets in the homework book. Okay, and many of you are asking me about the previous chapter. So I have told that in the group. Again I am telling you, no need to write the previous chapter again. Wherever you have written it in rough notebook or on blank pages, just keep it together. If you have done it on blank pages, loose pages, just file it up and keep it for correction. Okay, so no need to write it again in the new notebook. You can start with the second chapter polynomial even in the classwork as well as homework. Clear? So this is it for today. Bye.